Alright ladies, be honest with me. Aren't you tired of videos about red flags, narcissist, manipulation, what to avoid? It's always about what's wrong, and most of you have become experts at spotting dysfunction. But here is the real question. Do you actually know what a healthy man looks like? Because avoiding the wrong men is only half the equation. What if you focus on minor imperfections and end up sabotaging something stable? Because healthy men don't announce themselves. They don't feel dramatic. They don't create adrenaline. And if your nervous system is used to intensity, steadiness can feel boring, or even worse, disconnected. And you wouldn't be watching this if you had not experienced that at least once. My name is Ismael Gomez, and I coach women like you to attract authentic love with a man. And in this video, we're going to break down 5 green flags that you should never ignore if you're serious about building a healthy relationship. Okay, so let's begin. Number 1, consistent escalation. Everyone online talks about consistency like it's the ultimate green flag. Look for his consistency. Does he text you every day? But here's the belief that we need to break. Consistency only means repetition. It does not automatically mean intention, progression, or commitment. I mean, think about it. A man can consistently give you 40% every day for months or even years. You get all of those good morning texts, weekend hangouts, and nothing ever changes beyond that. No deeper conversations or structural shift in the relationship. Now, let's talk about what actually matters, and that is consistent escalation. And escalation does not mean rushing. It doesn't mean dramatic gestures, love bombing. It means gradual expansion. Like in the beginning, he's going to be planning dates, and then he's going to introduce you to important people in his life. Then he's going to clarify exclusivity without you pressuring him, and then he's going to make plans that are months ahead, not just next Friday. The investment grows and the direction becomes clear, and you don't feel like you're stuck in the same stage 3 months later. That is the key difference. A stagnant man is going to maintain access, but an intentional man is going to increase responsibility. But again, I want to make sure that you understand this. Escalation should feel calm, not forced, not pressured, not chaotic. So the real green flag is not only that he shows up, is that he builds with you step by step. Number 2, he regulates himself without your input. Many men are reliable when they are in a good mood, but the real green flag shows up when he's stressed, irritated, triggered, and you don't feel it spill onto you. He notices when he's frustrated and does not constantly snap at you, or he notices when he's overwhelmed and communicates instead of disappearing. So you're not responsible for stabilizing him, because in many relationships, you ladies become the emotional manager. Now, this doesn't mean that he has to be perfect, okay? There are moments in my relationship where I don't respond, in the best way, but I take ownership quickly and I reset. The point is that a man who regulates himself does not require your input to calm down. He doesn't need you to fix his stress levels. He doesn't need you to soothe his insecurities. He processes internally first, and then he communicates clearly. And it sounds something like this. Hey, I had a rough day at work, I'm feeling off. It's not about you. Simple, direct, and clean. He understands that being upset does not give him permission to dump all of this on you. And over time, that's going to create emotional safety. You feel relaxed around him, not hyper aware and not on guard. But if by any chance you're dealing with mixed signals and you want clarity on what his behavior actually means, before you invest more of your time or emotions, get my free guide, Mixed Signals Translated. It's going to be in the pinned comment. It is going to give you most of the answers that you've been looking for. Number 3, he doesn't romanticize protection. Protection is usually regarded as the ultimate sign of masculinity, right? I just want to protect you. I don't want you dealing with that. Let me handle it. And at first, that sounds sweet. It feels strong, it feels secure, it feels masculine. But always make sure that it is not control disguised as protection, because a man who romanticizes protection often sees you as fragile. He assumes that you can't make certain decisions. He assumes that he knows what's best for you, and slowly slowly that dynamic usually leads to him speaking for you, deciding for you, limiting things for your own good. But a healthy man sees you as capable and competent. He's going to offer support, not supervision. And that is the difference between true partnership and possession. So make sure that when you're out there choosing a man, okay, all these content creators that tell you to go for the high value man and the alpha and all these things, that you're not choosing someone who's going to keep you on a leash for the rest of your life. Number 4, he never performs for others. Another major green flag to look for in a man is that he doesn't change when the audience changes. I don't know if I told you this story, but I'm part of a private real estate group here in Miami, and it's filled with many powerful men. And some guys, when I notice that they're always smiling when they're talking to other wealthy guys, or they're always magnetic with clients, or they're smooth with like female influencers, but as soon as they're speaking to someone that they perceive is beneath them, okay, the assistant or the waiter, their tone changes completely. They get impatient, dismissive, and the part that most women miss is that if you notice him adjusting his personality based on status, he's going to adjust it based on emotional power as well. Today he's sweet because he feels secure, but tomorrow he's distant when he feels threatened. But a man with integrity is steady. He's going to treat the janitor the same way that he treats the CEO, and that matters more than you think, because consistency in public behavior usually mirrors consistency in private behavior. A man who performs for status will eventually perform in the relationship, but a man who's grounded is going to stay grounded whether someone important is watching or not. And final, number 5, he answers direct questions clearly. Watch how he answers when you ask a direct question. Not when you're joking, not when things are light, but when you require clarity about something. Do you notice that he hesitates? Does he give you long, winding answers that say nothing? Does he turn the question back on you instead of answering it? Because hesitation often means that he's thinking about the safest answer, not the honest one. But a real green flag is that even when he messes up, he answers honestly. Like you can see it in his eyes that he's telling you the truth. I mean, this is so basic, okay, so simple, but honesty. Like when somebody's 100% honest, they have nothing to hide. No long silences, no excuse building, no defensive tone. And besides the honesty, it's also about internal clarity. Because a man who knows what he wants, he doesn't panic when you ask him about it. He's not going to be editing the answers in his head so he can tell you what you want to hear. His answers are simple, clean, and direct. You don't feel confused after talking to him. You don't feel like you have to decode what he meant, and you don't leave the conversation with more questions than the ones that you started with. Alright ladies, so before ending the video, for today we have a comment from Pinonix, and she wrote, this is quite complicated. It's like you must be in a state that you don't need a man, but if I don't need a man, then I don't want him, so what's the point? So what you're referring to in this comment is simply detachment, and let me make it simple so you understand it. Do you need food to survive? Yes, but do you need dessert? Not really, right? You don't need dessert, but you can absolutely enjoy it. Now the key is that when you're starving, you usually grab something sweet, but when you are already nourished, you're going to choose carefully. Not needing a man does not mean that you don't want one. It means that you're not starving for one. So you choose the one that adds to your life, not the one that gives you a temporary sugar spike and then leaves you feeling sick. And that is the difference between needing something and wanting something. You can want what you want. Just make sure that you're choosing it from abundance and not scarcity. Anyways, thank you for subscribing to my channel. And remember that for your relationships to change, you need to change, okay? Have a beautiful day.